Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me here today on this video. My name is Angela and thank you for coming and spending a little time out with me today. So guys, in this video, I'm super excited. I am going to share with you my monthly update. I'm going to share with you my results in regards to my weight loss journey. So if this is your first time being here to my channel, then a huge warm welcome, and I will just rewind and give you the backstory. So I have been on a health, wellness and weight loss journey. I've been on my journey for 4 years and 9 months, starting this month being September. So yeah, just over 4.5 years. And I am at a point where I have learned what works for me. And I'm following the Weight Watchers plan. And the great thing about Weight Watchers plan is the level of flexibility that it provides, but also the support so that you can find how to do the journey your way. So I'm absolutely loving that. And as of last month, my journey has helped me to lose 97 pounds. So on my journey, I don't weigh in weekly. Now, lots of Weight Watchers members, members from different slimming clubs, who work with PTs, the industry, lots of people in the industry weigh weekly, and if that's what you do, that's absolutely fine. But for me, I discovered, it was around this time last year, August last year, I had the realization that actually that is a habit, and on this journey we're learning healthy habits and habits that's going to support us. And for me alone, weighing in on the scale weekly was a habit that wasn't helpful for me. Now, for some people, they weigh in daily, some weigh in a couple of times a week, some weigh in weekly, some weigh in fortnightly or a couple of times, each week, monthly. There's all sorts of combinations, and it's really important that you find what works for you. But for me, I have now started weighing monthly only because I want to share my results with you guys. But before I started sharing my results on my YouTube channel, it would be whenever we had a blue moon. It was just whenever, because I'm not driven by the scales. I'm driven by those health results, those metrics, how I feel, and my clothes size, all of those other things, my health. So that's the backstory. I've been on my journey 4 years and now 9 months, and I'm weighing in weekly. I'm weighing in monthly for this YouTube channel, because I'm hoping that by sharing my story and my results on a monthly basis, it might help someone. So how did the month of August go? Well, I've got some news, guys. I have news, but stay with me right to the very end, and I'm going to share all of my metrics with you right at the end. So the month of August was a really busy month for me. It's height of the summer. I've been out entertaining, I've been out for lunches, been out for dinner, been out with my friends and family. I've entertained out socially and also had people over to my home and have cooked for them. So it's been a real social month for me. But because my journey is a lifestyle, it's not a diet in any way. I live this lifestyle. For me, it wasn't a problem. It wasn't a problem. Gone are the days for me where I was thinking, oh, I'm going out for a meal, and the panic sets in around what I was going to have. Or I've got family and friends coming over to me, and I would spend hours and days wondering what to cook. I'm not at that point anymore, thank goodness, because this is a lifestyle for me. So I love food. I'm a real foodie, and I go for the foods that I love, and I know that my family and friends are going to love. When I eat out, I also choose foods that I'm thoroughly going to enjoy, and I don't worry about it at all, because I live on my journey the 20/80, or rather the 80/20 lifestyle. And I recently put out a video about that. If you've not seen that, I will pop a link up here for you. It will also be in the comment section below, in the description box below, so feel free to have a little listen to that video about the 80/20 rule. And that's what I follow, and up until this point it's helped me to lose 97 pounds by following that 80/20 rule. And it's a rule that very few people seem to talk about, and I'm really surprised that so little is said about that rule. There's just so much about calories and keto and fasting and all these different methods, but very few people talk about the 80/20 rule. But that has really made a huge difference to me. So I apply that 80/20 rule throughout my day, throughout my week, throughout the month, and therefore that 80/20 rule allows me to enjoy social occasions without worrying, without stressing, without the anxiety, without fretting. Those days are long gone. So that has totally allowed me to enjoy all of those social occasions. I've even had my grandchildren over, and we've sort of sat and eaten sweets and crisps and cookies, and I've been baking for them, and I've enjoyed it, not worried about it at all, because this is a lifestyle for me. And also I apply the 80/20 rule. So as I say, I've had lots and lots of social occasions in the month of August, and that has meant that I've not tracked as carefully or as closely as I would like, and again, my mindset is in a good place, that I'm aware of that, but I'm not worrying about it because I have been mindful. So yes, I'm eating those sweets and cookies with my grandchildren, but I'll have one instead of 3 or 4. When I have been eating out, I will have a portion, a small, like a regular portion. I order a meal, I will have that, but I will always ask for a takeout box or some foil, and I will just eat really slowly, enjoy my food, and when I'm at the point where I feel full, I stop, and then I'll take the rest home, box it up, wrap it up, take the rest home, and then I'll have that later or the next day. So that means that I'm not concerned, I'm not worried. I will choose what I want, and I will thoroughly enjoy it. So that's in the month of August meant that I've not tracked as carefully, but I have been really mindful with my choices. My mindset again is in a good place, and I think because my mindset is in a good place, that has supported me to be mindful and not get anxious and worry about not tracking. I'm really relaxed on my journey, but not relaxed to the point where I'm horizontal and I don't care. No, relaxed as in I'm relaxed into my lifestyle. So I'm still listening to loads and loads of podcasts every single day. In fact, the only thing I watch on TV, on terrestrial TV, is Emmerdale and Coronation Street, and I've been so far behind with those because I am now just listening to podcasts has just really overtaken my life, and I'm listening to so many different things around health, well-being, crime, religion, so many different things. So I'm really enjoying that, and out of every podcast I'm finding something that is really helping me. So other things that I've been doing this month is, and I mentioned it before, is intermittent fasting. Now, I know that amongst some weight loss communities it is really frowned upon, but guys, you have to do what works for you. Go out there, do that research and do what works for you. And I can highly recommend listening to the work of Dr. Jason Fung. He is a nephrologist. He studies the kidneys, is a specialist in diabetes, and he is a pioneer in the world of intermittent fasting. So I've been really listening and taking note of what he's saying about intermittent fasting as my primary source, and then listening to other people in the wellness space who also talk about intermittent fasting. So there's lots and lots of different ways to do intermittent fasting, and whilst I'm doing that, I'm not 100% strict on it. I have it as a guideline. So for me, what works is a 6 to 7 hour window. So I wake up in the morning, I will often go to the gym, I will be drinking water, and then I usually start eating around 11 or 12 o'clock, and then I will eat in that whole window up until 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at the very latest. I just don't like to eat after 7 o'clock for a couple of reasons. So I find personally that when I go to bed, I usually go to bed about 10 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock. And if I've eaten about 7 or 8 o'clock, I'm going to bed and my stomach hasn't fully digested food. And I've noticed, and this is just me personally, I've noticed when I do that, I have really disturbed sleep. I don't sleep well. So I found that if I eat at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock at the latest, and I'm going to bed at say 10, then that is usually enough time for my body to have digested that food. The only thing I will have after that time is water, and maybe a herbal tea, but generally I don't eat after that time. And that is how I do my intermittent fasting. So I start eating between 11 and 12 o'clock. The later I can eat is the better, and I usually finish eating usually about 7 o'clock at the absolute latest. So I have usually like a 6-7 hour window. And what I've learned about intermittent fasting is that our bodies were not designed to constantly be grazing. Our bodies are designed to have that time to eat, and then a time for our bodies to process that food and let our bodies do what it needs to do. So that is, I've been working on that for quite a few months, in fact in this past year, and that has also really shifted my weight loss. And guys, I am going to do a separate video about intermittent fasting on my journey and more of the details around what I do. So if that is of interest to you, then please feel free to hit that subscribe button if you've not done so already, and click the notification bell, because as soon as I upload that video, you'll be the first to know. And I will talk about intermittent fasting in more detail and how that works on the weight loss journey, in particular for me and my Weight Watchers journey, and how intermittent fasting alongside Weight Watchers has helped me to shift 70 pounds in a year, whereas before I'd really struggled, and 70 pounds during menopause as well. Altogether, I've lost, oh, well, I'll tell you how much I've lost in a moment, but as of this point, as of yesterday, I've lost 97 pounds. And the bulk of that has been in this past year doing intermittent fasting, a couple of other things as well, which I will talk about in other videos, but intermittent fasting, nutrition, really focusing on that nutrition, and following Weight Watchers and making sure that the intermittent fasting and the nutrition fits into the Weight Watchers plan. So guys, you know, if you've not done so, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, so you'll be notified as and when I upload a video. The other things that I've really been focusing on this month in August is drinking my water. It's a lovely day, it's beautiful, but today is kind of like the last couple of days has been a bit of an exception because we've had such changeable weather. We've had a lot of rain as well, a lot of cool days, but getting my water in has really made a difference. And in fact, yesterday somebody had said to me, who was having this conversation, and they couldn't believe how old I was. They couldn't believe my age. And they said to me, is that down to all the creams that you use? And I said, I really don't think so. I think because, you know, I don't have a wrinkle, I don't have lines. I do have some dark patches under my eyes when I'm tired, but I don't have wrinkles and lines, and it's certainly not down to creams. I put it down to this. Drinking plenty of this, just plain water, and I've got my water and some ice with me today. And this, since I was a child, I've been drinking the water, and I try to drink at least 2 to 3 litres every day. And some days, I will be honest, I do struggle a little bit, but I really push to get 2 to 3 litres of water in every single day, and I really believe that has happened with my skin and yeah, my body's function. And guys, this brings us at a great point to share with you my snack of the day. So I've got a glass of cool, refreshing iced water, just plain water. There is nothing in it, and I've been drinking this all day. Absolutely love it, so refreshing. But the other snack that I've got is I've just got these very light snacks. So I've got an apple, and it's a pink lady apple. Love pink ladies. And also just a Baby Bell Light. I wasn't really feeling for anything sweet. I wasn't feeling for anything too heavy. So this is going to be my snack. So I'm going to slice my apple up, slice up my Baby Bell, and just eat it together, and then wash it down with me water. So a little snack of the day, guys. Do let me know, pop it in the comments box. What are your favourite snacks? What do you enjoy snacking on? Do you snack on those sweet treats, or do you like the savoury snacks? I like both. So other things I've been doing in the month of August is my gym sessions. Bit of a disaster this month. So I love going to the gym, absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I started back at the gym about 3 months ago. I love being in the gym. I love the energy that's in there. I love to see people who are motivated to work on their bodies and improve their health. I love how I feel after my gym session. So I've been aiming to go 7 days a week, but some weeks I just have one rest day. But in the month of August, I started off really strongly doing 6 to 7 days a week, and then I had a bit of an injury, and I'd pulled a muscle. So my neck, my shoulder, my back was so sore. I couldn't turn, I couldn't raise my arm. I was in a lot of pain. So of course, gave the gym a miss, and I missed it for a week. And you know, guys, do you know what it's like when you're on that treadmill and you're doing things day in, day out, and it's become a real habit. When I got better, I actually found it quite difficult to go back. And I'm being totally honest, I really wanted to go back. And every morning I'd wake up and I'd think, oh, I need to get into the gym today. But I just found it really, really hard to get motivated. So this morning, which is a Sunday morning, on the 3rd of September, I thought, right, that's it. No more excuses, no more. I'm having that mindset of I'm doing it. So I got my clothes all ready, got my water bottle in the fridge, got everything by the door, my shoes, my keys, everything. And this morning, as soon as I woke up, I was like, right, up out of that bed, get ready, go to the gym. And I did. And as soon as I got in that gym, I was like, yeah, I've really, really, really missed it. So I'm back on that, back into my routine. But it just went to show just how easy it is to get out of a routine of a good habit. It is so, so, so easy. So yeah, I'm going to have to think about what I can put in place if there's a day that I can't go to the gym, to help me get back into the gym really quickly. So that's one I need to really think about. My sleep has been really good, again, because I don't eat late. And yeah, as soon as my head hits that pillow at night, I'm out like a light. And I don't usually I don't turn over until it's the morning and it's time to get up. So yeah, I'm really benefiting from really, really good sleep. I've also been batch cooking where I can as well. I've got a freezer full of soups. I've been using my soup maker. I love my soup maker. It is the easiest thing in the world to make fresh, delicious tasting soup. And I will drop a link to the soup maker that I've got. It's a Morphy Richards that I bought on Amazon. So guys, if you're interested in that, do check it out. It is, you know, you just get fresh soup in 21 minutes. I love it. So I've got a freezer full of soups, and I usually like to have those soups usually as a snack throughout the day, or sometimes for lunch. And I tend to have a bigger lunch and then a light dinner. So sometimes either I'll do that. So generally it's been a really, it's not been the best month I've had. It's been a great social month. It's been a little bit wobbly with those healthy habits, particularly around the gym and my tracking. But in terms of the intermittent fasting, the mindfulness, the mindset, batch cooking and my sleep, brilliant, really good, because it's now a healthy habit for me. These things I don't even have to think about. It is a habit. The same way that I get up every morning, I brush my teeth, I, get ready. It's a habit. Yeah, don't have to think about it. So what else has been happening? Onto my results now, guys, onto my results. So this month we've had a lot of rain, and I suffer with arthritis in my joints, from my fingers, from my neck, my shoulders, all the way down. And this month we've had a lot of damp and wet weather in the month of August, and with damp weather it flares my arthritis. So last month, if you've been watching any of my catch-up videos, my review videos, you will see that last month I actually gained ½ pound, and I wasn't worried about that, but I knew that it was fluctuation and also inflammation, because I was really severely inflamed. So the weather's changed now, so the inflammation has gone down. My joints are still really sore. There have been days that my hips have been so sore. It's been really, really difficult to even get out of a chair, let alone move. But with arthritis, you've got to keep those joints mobile. So I've just been doing the best I can. I've also been really working to get my blood sugars stable as well. So again, really watching what I eat around the carbohydrates and sugars, refined sugars, processed sugars, and moving as much as I can to keep those blood sugars stable. I am feeling a little tired because I do suffer with anemia, so I've been really conscious to get iron-rich foods into my meals, such as the spinach, the kale, the broccoli. Really conscious of getting that in to support my body with that iron. But I am back on iron tablets, the ferrous oxide. I just need that to just keep my energy levels and everything ticking over. I've been spending a lot of time with my gorgeous grandchildren, and they have me running around. Yeah, Nanny's doing, a leg and an arm and a wing, or a leg and a wing to see the king, and all of that, picking them up and swinging them around, and just having the best time with them this summer. And that's just, I can't begin to tell you how that energy that they bring and the joy that they bring to my life is so meaningful, because that just makes me resolve even more to continue building those healthy habits, so I can have the energy to sit with them, to talk with them, to play with them, to have days out with them. Yeah, they are my absolute world. So they really help to keep me focused. And the other thing that I have, guys, is you may have seen in one of my previous videos that I am an aquatic owner, an aquarium owner, a fish mommy, and I've even got fish grandbabies. I love this new hobby of fish keeping. I absolutely love it. So I've got quite a big fish tank, about 74 litres. So it's a good size. I did have a platy. It was like the Big Brother house. I had a platy. I've got mollies. I've got shrimp. I've got bristlenose pleco. I've got 6 baby mollies, and I'm looking to get a betta as well. So yeah, I love it. And I love just sitting and just watching them, and it really helps me with my wellness. It helps to just relax my body, helps to calm my mind. I love it. It's a wonderful, wonderful hobby, looking after them. It's also a scientific journey as well, because I'm learning so much about science, about pH levels and nitrates and sodium and ammonia, and yeah, so all of that has been a real big distraction for me from food and wanting to snack. So that in a way has really, really helped me. Okay guys, so that has been my month, and overall, generally, apart from the aches and the pains and the twinges and the pain in my hips and my hands, because that's my life, that's my health condition, that's my life that I'm working so hard to change. But that aside, it's been another good month. I've loved it. There's been those ups and downs. I've had some wonderful social occasions, met with some friends, I've had family visiting. I've just had a wonderful, wonderful month, and I'm so truly grateful to have had such a good month. So in terms of my metrics, last month, guys, you would see that I lost 2.5 inches off my waist, which is phenomenal, and I'm really seeing it in my clothes, in my shape. So much. I get clothes that now fit my hip, hips and get over my belly, but the waist is too big. So I'm really losing it off my waist, which is all good because I do have a menopausal, diabetic, hormonal and genetic tum, and that tummy, there is a lot of fat there, let's be honest. There's a lot of fat on the tummy, and it's what is called visceral fat, and that's the fat that is sitting around the internal organs on the inside of me. So I'm really working hard to make sure that I'm losing that weight and reducing that. But it's hard. It's you can't spot reduce visceral fat. You can't do that. It all comes down and reduces as part of a healthy diet and healthy lifestyle. So last month I lost 2.5 off my waist, 1 inch off my bust, and my hips had stayed the same, my hips and my tummy. And I've done them, let me just recap. Last month, I stayed the same on the hips, 2.5 off my waist, and 1 inch off my bust. Okay, and I gained half a pound gain, but again, wasn't worried about that. But this month, let me share my results with you guys. I've got them written down here in my book. So this month, I've taken my measurements and, need a drum roll, I have stayed the same on my waist, so no further loss there. I have stayed the same on my hips, no loss there. And as for my bust, I've also stayed the same, so no inch loss this month. Now it's interesting because the one thing I don't do, I just measure my bust, my waist and my hips. That's all I measure. But if I had measured my legs, my thighs and around my calves, I'm sure I would have seen massive inch losses, because it's about coming up for 2 months ago now. You will have seen maybe 6 to 8 weeks ago, you'll have seen that I bought myself some new gym gear in Primark, and I had bought myself a couple of pairs of skinny joggers, and these are joggers that are skinny, they're very slim fitting, and I managed to fit into a 14, which I was over the moon with. And when I bought them, they were skinny. They fitted really close. They got on, they fitted beautiful, but they were skinny. They're meant to be skinny, and they were skinny. However, last week I've been wearing them, and I'm like, I thought these were my skinny joggers, because I threw all my other ones out. They just didn't fit. And what I've noticed is these skinny joggers are no longer skinny on me. They still fit around the hips, and they fit around the waist, and they fit across my tummy, but it's my legs and in my bottom area, it's really loose and really baggy. So I was like, oh my days, I must have lost a lot of inches on around my bum, around my tops of my thighs, my legs, and around my knees, because they're no longer skinny, which is a lovely thing, but kind of defeats the object of having skinny joggers. So, but yeah, I'm not complaining. So yeah, that is something that I've definitely noticed this month with my clothes. So yeah, and as you know, as I say, I don't measure the whole of my body, but it would have been interesting if I had. But I'll take the clothes feeling looser. So guys, that is my inches I feel really good, minus the arthritis and the joint pains. I feel really, really good. Mindset is in a good place. So I got on the scales on the 31st of August, and I was like, you know what? Because I feel so amazing, I've got good inch loss. Like last month, I've stayed the same this month, but my clothes, especially my joggers, are looser. The scales isn't that important to me. And I get on the scales because it is one measure of success. Just like those inches or my clothes, it is one measure of success. So I got on, and I will tell you in a moment. The other thing that I had when I met up with some friends, I had lots and lots of compliments, but the one compliment that really stood out to me was someone said that, yes, you've lost a lot of weight, Angela, but you are standing so much straighter. You are standing so tall now. And you know what? That meant the world to me, because it was something I hadn't even realised. I hadn't realised that I was starting to hunch over. As I get older, everything was just kept hunching over. I do suffer a lot with my shoulders, and again, I have a lot of pain in my body. So my body was probably just compensating by hunching over. But now that I've lost the weight, also I'm in the gym and I'm working out, my posture is correcting, and I hadn't even realised. And do you know, that meant the world to me for somebody to point that out, because I hadn't even noticed. So that was lovely. So guys, here we go. Drum roll, drum roll. Did I hit £100 weight loss in total? Yes, I did it. 3.5 pounds off in August. I'm over the moon, absolutely over the moon. 3.5 pounds off. And do you know what, guys? I'm super excited because it means I've hit that milestone of £100. And you know, when I hit that, I was so emotional, because it took me right back to the start of my weight loss journey, right back in January 2019, when I stepped on the scales, and I couldn't even believe that I'd let myself get so heavy, so ill, so sick, and so riddled with disease. I couldn't believe that. And I have £140 to lose. So I still got £40 to go, but I couldn't ever see myself losing £10, £50, let alone £100. And there were many times that I just felt that the plan wasn't working for me, or the Weight Watchers plans, because you know, they do change. But the one thing that I committed was that I was never, ever, ever going to give up. I was not going to give up on, not on Weight Watchers, but on me. I was never going to give up on me and on my journey. And there has been times where I have put the journey down. There are things that have happened in my life, and you know, I've put the journey down, but I've never given up on me. I've been mindful. I've done, you know, I've moved as much as I can. I've kept my mindset in check. I've done as much as I possibly can when I can. And I just want to say to you guys, wherever you are on your journey, even if you think that you're not getting the results that you think you deserve, just keep going. And the other thing I want to share is that last month I had some really, really, really good. I lost 3.5 inches off my body last month, but I gained. I had a gain. And this month I've not lost any inches. My month has been up and down. I've not been as consistent with my tracking, not been to the gym as much. you know, been very swollen and inflamed, but 3.5 off. And that just goes to show that there is fluctuations on the weight loss journey, but looking at it over a period of time rather than a week or over a few days makes a difference. Because if I was weighing myself weekly, I'd have been so distracted, so disheartened, so disappointed, because that was what was happening for me and me alone. And when I was doing that, I was ruled by the scales. And I know some people are not, and we say we shouldn't be, but you know, the reality is for some of us we are, and I was, and it was really affected my journey. So I decided to put the scales away and just focus on those things, the healthy eating, the lifestyle, you know, and doing all those things that I know work. And I started to see results. And I'm only weighed in monthly because of, you know, my YouTube channel, my YouTube audience, and I'm hoping that what I share may help you. But if it wasn't for that, it'd probably be like 3 months before I weigh in, you know. You know, you got to just find what works for you, and don't always go with the social norms. Just because everybody's doing it doesn't mean it's right for you. You have to find what's right for you. So I found what is right for me, which is following the Weight Watchers plan, focusing so much on nutrition, intermittent fasting, and my mindset. And guys, I will be doing individual videos on that. I will do a video around intermittent fasting, around nutrition. There's loads to come around nutrition. I'm studying a course to become a nutrition coach, and I want to share some of that information with you, because not all points, not all calories are equal. And when we're on that weight loss journey, we need to eat to fortify and support our body with great nutrition. So I want to share some content around that and help you with that, guys. So intermittent fasting, nutrition and mindset. But I also will share with you my menopause journey, because I've lost this weight, 97 pounds. 100 pounds in menopause. So don't let anybody tell you that you can't lose weight during menopause, because you can, if you focus in on those foods that support hormonal changes, and you just keep going and you're doing all of those right things. There will be maybe times where it's sticky, maybe times where you don't have that loss, maybe times where you plateau. It may be difficult, it may be hard at times, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible, because I've lost 100 pounds in menopause. So guys, that is it, 100 pounds, whoop-woo! I'm so excited for that number on the scales, for my body, for my health, for the clothes size, for how I feel, for my future. I am excited. And the one thing I know, it's never coming back. It's not coming back. I'm adamant, and I'm going to continue building those healthy habits so that that weight never ever comes back. So guys, there you go, 100 pounds. So I am going to celebrate in the month of September, but not with food. And if I do, it's going to be good, healthy choices. But I've got some celebratory things to share with you in the month of September. And when we hit 1,000 subscribers, and we're not far off, I've got something even more special to share with you. So guys, feel free, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and share. Please share this video with someone who is on their weight loss and wellness journey, because it may help them. Guys, I'm super excited and I really appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you following my journey. Yeah, I'm really excited. And I hope that something I've shared today may help you. So guys, that is it for me. I'm off to eat my snack, which is my apple and my Baby Bell Light, and drink my water. And I will be back with another video very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.